What's up, Kelsey?
What's up, Robert?
It's that Friday roundup time.
Catch up on Fridays. Ah!
Okay, this shirt is because it's what the show's like all about, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, the movies are happening,
Ooh,
right? Okay,
I'm excited.
cause I got shit.
Show me a shit.
Okay, we gotta go big. Okay, gotta go
Let's
big.
do it.
First of all, new releases. This is the only new release that's happening. Okay,
Okay?
it's Top Gun. Top
It's
Gun
Top Gun.
Maverick, finally coming out. You know what? It's a good fucking movie. I am sorry. This movie fucking rules. Everybody should watch it because it has
Okay.
no reason to be a good 20-year-old sequel. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It didn't need to do this, right?
Okay.
But it did. So now here's the thing, though. We're getting. Oh, I forgot. There's like a 2-pack if you're into just like.
Oh,
Because this is like a thing that I don't like to do. I don't like to buy like a thing that has just like 2 discs for 2 different movies in one case. That fucking
okay.
bothers me. I like to have 2 separate cases with like different artwork and shit,
Yeah.
But if you want a nice old 2-pack, boom, there you go.
Honestly, though, as far as combo artwork goes, this one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Now here's the thing. Top Gun, all the plane releases, these aren't even coming out on November 1st, which is next Tuesday.
The plane releases.
They're all coming out Monday, Halloween, which I find
Okay.
a weird release day.
That is really weird.
Like, the only movies coming out on that day are Top Gun.
Huh.
And then the 2-pack comes out with everything else the very next day.
Okay.
Very weird.
That's super
I don't
strange.
get it. But anyway, it's getting a steelbook, which
Okay.
I really like. Like, I do really like this steelbook.
The back and the inside are very nice.
I know. But here's the thing. This is a Best Buy one.
Okay.
Walmart is getting the same steelbook,
Weird.
but you can change the front cover.
What's like an interchangeable sleeve thing?
I don't know how it's going to work.
Is it magnetic?
I don't know how it's going to work.
Oh, that would
That's
be
my
cool.
question. That's my
Huh.
question because I've tried to look it up, like, what does this mean? Because this isn't a slipcover like all the ones that we've enjoyed this year where like you pull off
Yeah.
the little thing. This is just metal. So
What
what
the
is this? What is
what
this
is
neat
this?
cover that I can add to the front?
Huh.
I don't know how it works, and my mind went the same place. Magnets.
Magnetic.
And that is
Yes.
too fucking cool if that's
That
the way
is
this goes.
I want that.
So actually, I'm going to pre-order this one, and I'm
Okay.
going to tell you guys how the fuck this works because
Yeah, when it
I'm
comes in, we'll do a show and tell.
super fucking curious because this is not there's more this year that are going to do this. And I don't understand yet cuz
Okay.
this is the first one I've ever seen. So I'm weirded out about it. But anyway, so yeah, they're doing that. I don't understand it, but I'm excited. So, keeping with the Steelbook theme, we have just a bunch of like old movies getting Steelbooks for no reason.
Nice.
But they're kind of nice.
Okay.
So we're getting Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Running Man,
The back
which
of that's very cool.
is a Stephen King story, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So this is a Stephen King movie, technically. I like this movie. It's cool. The premise of this one is if you're in prison, you can go on the show called The Running Man, and if you survive the show where people are trying to kill you, you get out of jail.
Okay.
Very weird stories. Arnold is like, I'm Arnold, so I'm just gonna fuck everybody up that tries to kill me. It's
Sure.
a phenomenal movie. But I love this steelbook. I think it's very cool. It's
The
so
colors are
fucking
very nice.
yes, so neon. I love it. And then my movie,
Oh,
Starship Troopers,
that looks
is
good.
is getting a 25th anniversary one. I wish I knew what the back looked like.
Yeah,
Like
for
this
the
is all they
inside.
showed. Um, I could dip on this movie again. Like I like this movie. I could get me a steelbook for this one.
You may as well.
And then this one's again interesting. Coming out November 1st, we're getting a steelbook from Best Buy for the Batman.
The whole
We have a Batman Steelbook.
okay, yeah.
So this is the new one, which I really like.
The whole aesthetic of the front there is, like, intense.
Yeah. I even like the back.
The
Like,
back is very cool.
yeah, like I'm into the back. I'm into the inside because you get the car and like the little where like the disc plugs in
Uh-huh.
is like the jet thing
Oh
for
my god.
for the back of the car. It's neat. It's fun. But
I'm
like
just
look
trying
at
to figure
this.
out, like, why they went with the red. It looks like a blood rain. It's very sinister.
I mean, this movie was all about the red kind of. I
Was
don't
it?
know why either. But so this was the original one.
Okay, yeah. I like this one better.
You like this one better.
Yeah, the
Okay.
inside is so cool and the front is, like, perfect. You can't get a better front than that.
See, dude, I like the original as well. And I don't want to buy this one because it's kind of like printings and comic books, everyone
Yeah,
wants the first edition print and you can
right.
tell because it's different, you know.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, and that has, like, a cipher on the back. It's got cool
yeah.
shit, man.
Well, cuz you like
I like ciphers.
Cipher. I need to take you a photo of that cipher so you can see what it says.
Yeah.
Um but like Halloween 2018 released with a cover, and then they released that same steelbook, but it had like colors to it because I think it was black and white at first, and then they made it red, and
Hmm.
it looks good in red, but like that's not the first one.
Yeah.
So like I don't want that one, like I like the original one because it's the first one.
Sure.
But I do like this. I think it's a good looking steelbook. Like I
It's
am
okay.
into it. I think I'm into it because of the back.
The
Like
back is,
he
like, the
looks
star of
creepy as
this.
shit back there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do like this because to the back, this was such a part of the movie. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed this, and this is a mix of him and Riddler stuff. Like
Right?
it is a very good one. But for some reason, we're getting a second, and I thought that was weird as well.
That's weird.
Yeah, why are we doing that? So, being that it's like Halloween time, kind of still, right?
Uh-huh.
There are like two straggler spooky releases.
Okay.
So first off, we got an Evil Dead 1
Ah,
and 2 double pack
nice.
because Army of Darkness is not spooky, it's more funny. So I guess they're
Right.
like, we'll throw the two spookies in there, right?
I hate that skeleton with, like, eyes.
With like the yeah, I know.
Terrible.
These movies are I mean, I love the first one. I don't really remember the second one too much. It's basically the first movie again, but a little bit more funny. I don't
Okay.
know. It was a weird one. So we're actually going to shift because the next spooky release goes boutique label.
Yes.
So our boutique label is Shout Factory for this week. Okay,
Fuck yeah.
they are doing Piranha,
Ooh.
and with that, no more spooky releases.
Okay.
Spook releases have ended. Okay,
Boo. It's all over.
it's all over. So we're gonna hit like another Shout Factory release. Remember the movie you would like to see? It's an anime of Beauty and the Beast. Belle.
Yeah.
They're doing a steelbook for it, and
That's so pretty.
I think it's a pretty good steelbook.
Gorgeous.
I'm really into this, but I don't think it's 4K, which is my
Hmm.
issue. Like, it's a Blu-ray steelbook, but then the 4K isn't just like a standard case. That
Okay.
bugs me. I'll be honest, I have mixed and matched before. I have bought a steelbook and then bought the 4K and just put the 4K in the steelbook.
I mean, sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta. So remember, I said, it's kind of the spooky season. It's Halloween on Monday, right? And these movies
Yes.
come out Tuesday. Halloween is the day before, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of these new releases for the first, it's Christmas time.
Oh my
It's
god.
literally so many Christmas movies. They are like
Tis the season.
the day after Halloween. They're like every Christmas movie needs to be released in 4K. So Christmas time is here.
Mariah Carey is defrosting as we speak.
I put these in year order for you guys from oldest to newest in releases, and it actually
Here
worked
we
out pretty well.
go.
So first of all, we got Holiday Inn.
Everyone's
Never
favorite.
seen it,
Never
but
heard of it.
cool. I mean, I know they did movies together, but I think White Christmas is the one that everybody knows, because what the
Okay.
song is from.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, Holiday Inn.
Well, I'm
Good for that.
fucking like ready for Christmas music. Oh my, you just like flipped a
Yeah, I
switch in my
know.
head, actually.
Christmas time is here. Man, I'm going to watch Charlie Brown Christmas like it's nobody's fucking business, man.
All right.
Then we go with the classic Rankin Bass. We got a triple pack with Rudolph, Frosty, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. You can buy a triple pack or each of these individually
Okay.
with like bigger art on the front of each of the covers, which is
Yeah.
fine. Then we're getting A Christmas Story
Oh,
in
nice.
4K, which I would love to see how it looks before I buy it because I
That has.
have a bomb steelbook for it.
I was just gonna say, like, this has got to exist already as 4K, doesn't it? Like,
No, this is its
this
first
is the first time.
4K. Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's been released in like every other format a billion times, but for 4K, here we are. Now, being that it's shot on film, it's probably gonna look really good, and I'm probably gonna get
Probably.
it, and then I'm gonna throw it in my cool steelbook with him in his cowboy attire on the front. Because this is my Christmas movie,
Yeah.
like hands down. Now, this next release, I think, is most people's Christmas movie, right? We
Okay.
got National Lampoon's A Christmas Vacation.
See, I have never seen this movie, and I feel like I'm supposed to see it.
Okay, dude, I have seen this movie one time,
Man,
and that was
that's
like
all you need to
2
say.
or 3 years ago. Like I just saw this movie,
I
and it's
I
good.
hold a contest at my office and do like a movie
Oh
bracket every Christmas.
yeah,
Like, what's the best Christmas movie? And this one won like 3 years in a row. And I was like, I'm taking it off the bracket. It's not on the ballot anymore. You guys like it too much. Vote for something else.
you know what the thing is? It's tradition. This
I
movie's
guess.
not. No, like this movie's not that great, but it's been good for so long, it's legendary now.
Yeah.
Like you can't touch Christmas Vacation. It is too ingrained in the minds of people. This came out in 1989. It's as old as
Ugh,
me, dude.
good Lord.
So like there's people that this is like their Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's been around their whole lives. But I'm a hardcore Christmas Story, and I go TBS for 24 hours of it every fucking year, man.
You got to do it.
So I then we get to what is some other people's Christmas movie. Like we went hard with like the best of Christmas movies.
Okay.
You ready? Because Elf is most
Oh,
people's like
man.
fucking movie.
I've only seen this one once, and it was like, it was good.
I saw it when it came out. Got it from Blockbuster, and I didn't really care for it. But I also wasn't a
Yeah.
big Will Ferrell dude at the time.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, you have to really love Will Ferrell to love this
Yeah,
movie.
and I do like him now. And I think I watched it not too long ago, and I was like, that's better than I remember. But it's not like my favorite.
Yeah.
It's good, but like for some people, this is the Christmas classic.
Yes.
Doesn't that weird you out that there's movies that you were around for when they were released, and they were classic to people?
Yeah.
Like Jim Carrey's The Grinch was 2000, and that is like a staple classic Christmas movie.
That's so weird to me.
Yuck, man. But that is a good movie. And then this one, we're finally getting out of like classic Christmas movies. But this one's getting a steelbook, and it was the latest release, so that worked out perfectly. Polar Express, which is a
Wait.
very divisive movie,
Yeah,
just because
I
of the
won't do
animation.
this because of the animation.
This movie like fucked me up when I first saw it because it's so good. Like,
The book is very good. I'll give you that.
yeah, well, it's the whole thing about the bell rings for people that still believe,
Yeah.
and over time people couldn't hear it anymore, and I was like, this movie's like fucking my world up because I would believe. I do like this movie. It's a very good movie. The hot chocolate song scares me a little bit, but hey. But it's getting a really good steelbook. I mean, I like
Okay.
this cover, but I really like this cover.
Wow, that looks so cool. I love that. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's fucking
god.
the Northern Lights with a fucking like reindeer and sleigh and the stars. Like,
That is really cool.
yes, love this cover. It's phenomenal. And that is it. No more Christmas. But these are literally coming out the day after Halloween. That is one, four, five, six, seven Christmas movies the day after Halloween.
It's open season, man.
Where is my Thanksgiving movies? Where's a single Thanksgiving movie in the month of November?
Are there Thanksgiving movies?
Very few.
Okay.
The only one that I'm really aware of is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy,
Okay.
which is a fucking classic movie. But that's like the only one I know of. And that is getting a 4K, but not yet. So tune back in when I find out when.
Okay.
So that's it for movies to buy. Now, because these are coming out next Tuesday, but Halloween is on Monday, we do still have one final Halloween theater release. Okay? So if
Okay.
you want to go to the movies today, October 28th, you can go see Pray for the Devil.
Oh god, this preview messed me
Okay.
up, dude. You and I went to go see Bodies, Bodies, Bodies,
Yes.
and you left the theater to go get some popcorn or
Oh, was
something.
it this one that you saw?
This is the preview that came on, and I was
Dude,
texting you, "I am alone and I am scared."
I am so excited for this movie.
It
And
looks scary.
can I tell you this? I'm putting this poster in the roundup, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just saw and realized for the first time that it is Pray for the Devil, not pray as in
Oh,
praying.
pray for
It's
the
pray like
devil. Oh,
it's pray to eat and acquire for the
yeah.
devil.
Oh my god.
That blew my mind.
Ah!
Yes. I'm even more excited now because I just noticed
Amazing.
that. I want this movie so bad.
Yeah.
I will be seeing it sometime soon. But yeah. So that's it for movies. There was nothing else really going on, but what a good spooky movie to end the month of October on.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because Halloween ends. Sucks.
Okay.
But that's it for movies.
Okay, would you like to hear about
Stacked.
some video games?
I loves the video games.
We don't have a whole lot of actual games coming out, unfortunately, but there is a little
Okay.
bit of news that I'd like to go over with you guys. So, for starters, this one actually is a game. The Witcher, the original Witcher, is getting a remake.
Yes. That's
I
awesome
love
to
this.
me.
I love this graphic. Like it's just so cool. It
Yeah, dude.
came from Twitter from the actual Witcher folks. So this one's going to come to us from developer Fool's Theory, and I looked them
Okay.
up. I don't know if they have produced any games on their own, but they were, I believe, involved in the Baldur's Gate remake that just came out.
Mm.
And it's going to be done in Unreal Engine 5, so you know it's going to
That's
look
intense,
crispy.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But the tweet did say it will be some time before they can actually share any details at all. So they're asking the audience for patience. Just know that if you're a Witcher fan, this is on the horizon.
Have you played a Witcher game?
Not at all.
I started 2 because that was the first one on a console,
Yeah.
and I found it hard, so I didn't play it much.
Okay.
And then 3 came out, and I've always wanted to play it, but now I'm like, uh-oh, part 1's gonna be remade. Should I go to
Yeah.
part 1 and wait for this, you
I
know?
mean, it's gonna be years before. So I'm
Well,
gonna say go ahead and dive in. Oh
but I want that PS5 update for Witcher 3.
my god. All I want from Witcher is the theme song from the TV show because it's just so catchy.
Have you watched the show?
No, maybe I should.
I want to watch the show, but then I was like, do I need to play these games first?
It's a cycle. It's a
Yeah, I
violent
know.
cycle that we all spin
I
ourselves in.
know, it sucks.
Speaking of things that suck, you want to hear about
Uh-oh.
some Xbox news?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Developer Bossa Studios has big thoughts about the Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Um, they don't like it.
They don't
They
like
say
it.
that they don't like it at all. They're saying the console has turned out to be an albatross around the neck of production, which, like,
Oh
that is
God.
some language right there.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You've done this.
yo, this is your fault. Devs hate this. I don't know, like, so some of them are arguing that having to make games compatible with the Series S is, like, bottlenecking production. So,
I mean,
most of the
I get
games
that.
Yeah, most of the games that come out on, this console are also coming to PC anyway, so they have to meet, like, a wide range of configuration requirements, and
Okay.
that is time consuming in and of itself, so making games work on the S is a lot harder, I guess, than us plebeians think.
Yeah.
Um, they have to optimize games for the lowest performer. So that's what this
Yeah.
is. It's the baby Xbox, it's the entry point to gaming.
I mean, isn't that like school when they're like, we can only go as fast as the slowest
Yes.
learner kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. So there was a quote that I thought kind of summed it all up pretty nicely. So this is
Okay.
from a technical artist from Rocksteady, and he says,
Ooh,
"We have
okay.
an entire generation of games hamstrung by that potato." I feel bad for the Xbox.
I mean,
It's so cute, don't bully it.
I mean, our whole this whole generation is already being held up because this is still considered a next gen or current gen console.
Yeah.
But we're still making games for something that's even worse than this, which is the
What, the
Xbox
Switch?
One.
Oh, yeah, shit.
No, like we're still making these games for the PS4, the Xbox One, up through PS5 and Series X. Like
Yeah.
this guy alone is not the problem. It's cross generation, you know.
Yeah, there is a wide range of requirements that they have to meet to release a game, and I never really thought about it until I was reading this article. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess you do have to kind of optimize it for a bunch of different stuff."
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I don't know if we'll see that in the future, but they're calling for the Xbox S to be removed from requirements. Like, we don't make us have to put it out on this console, please, is what developers are saying.
so then you basically doom it to just be like an indie game machine, like
Yeah,
yeah.
or like a streaming only, I don't know. It I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I mean, Xbox is going that way.
It is.
So, who knows?
Who knows? But hey, speaking of old games, so the
Okay.
PS2, remember how like when you bought a PS2 game, it would come with like a nice box and you open it up and there's this glossy manual inside.
I
You could
remember that
thumb
so
through
much.
it, look
Yeah,
at game art and tips and tricks and just like all the cool stuff.
I miss manuals so much.
I do too. I miss them greatly.
I
So
know.
there's this games preservationist who goes about on the internet. His name is Kirkland. It's just one guy.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, one dude has now preserved just over 1,900 of these PlayStation 2 manuals by his selfie, all
Holy
alone.
shit.
Yeah. So I I didn't do the research into like how much he must have spent getting all these manuals to then scan them in 4K resolution
I was
and
about to
upload
say,
them for free to the internet.
like, manuals sell for decent money on eBay and shit.
Yes, I know.
Like,
Like a ridiculous amount of money because they don't make them anymore. There's like
yeah,
it's memories tied up in these things, and you have to find a good quality one that hasn't got, like, Mountain Dew on it, so,
yeah.
but yeah, if you wanna peruse these, they're on archive.org in full 4K resolution. Do you wanna guess how many bytes this was?
to like see all of them.
Yeah,
Um, in 4K resolution,
4K crispy resolution.
like 1900. I'm gonna say like a cool. I might be shooting high, but I'm gonna say like 1 terabyte of stuff.
Oh, that's still high.
Okay, 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 okay. Let's go like 500 gigs.
230 gigs,
Okay, that's not bad.
but they compressed them down to 17, so yeah, it's out there. Like, just 17 gigs worth of manuals. I think it would just be fun to, like, click through them.
I will just have those. Yeah, I'm gonna go get
Yeah,
those. I just want those.
definitely. And I thought this quote was nice. So Kirkland was talking to Kotaku for an interview, and he said,
Okay.
"The goal is to raise some awareness for game preservation efforts. So many games growing up shaped how we looked at and experienced the world. Of course, as we grow up, we move to other things, but there's a lot of us who have nostalgia for these things, and we want our kids to be able to enjoy what we did."
Yeah,
It's fucking nice.
dude, I used to buy game guides, like in the
Yeah.
books, and I
Oh,
used to keep
fucking
all of them, and I wound up getting rid of quite a
yes.
few. But I have my original like 1995 Pokemon one.
I
like
was just
Pokemon
thinking my
Red and Blue.
Pokemon Snap game guide has gotta be worth some money. I'm sure that's still in
Oh
my
yeah,
parents' house.
you better go get
I
that
just wanna
shit.
touch it.
Yeah, man. Just be like memories.
We happened for Final Fantasy VII, and it was, like, this thick, like,
Oh God, yeah, I bet.
stupid thick, and I just remember, like, paging through it and, like, petting the pictures of Red 13 because he's so dang cute.
See,
Big fluffy dog man.
they still sell them now, and like I buy them for the games that I care about, but I never opened them because like I just get online, and now I just have like a
Yeah.
sealed copy. You know?
Yeah, now it's just, like, nice to have, like,
Yeah,
"Ooh, treasure."
yeah. You know, Zelda, Legend of Zelda released a whole edition of them in hardback, but in like treasure chests, like in the games.
Cool.
And there's like two of them, so you get like these four in this one, and then like these four in another one. I should have bought those when I first found them because they're probably worth like
Ah,
20 times as much now. You know,
probably. I love what I love and hate the fact that they prey on nostalgia and sell us stuff like that, but it's so nice to have. It's
yeah,
just so
dude.
nice.
Like it's it's just nice. It's pretty.
It's
Like
just nice.
that's not different than any coffee table book you see somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a different flavor of context
God, can
inside.
you imagine going to somebody's house, chilling on their sofa, and then you look at the coffee table and see, like, a pristine game guide for, like, I don't know, Metroid or whatever, just,
Actually,
like, sitting out there on the coffee table?
I got on Etsy a couple years ago, and somebody had made coffee table books of Super Metroid, and I did buy those.
Good.
Yeah, so I just have these little books that you can just set on the table, and it's just like about the story and stuff.
That's
It's
so awesome.
really dumb, but I was like, oh, I'm buying these.
It's not dumb, though. Video games are cool. Video games are
They
art.
are
Video
cool.
games are art, Robert. You
Yes,
have
I
art in your
know.
home.
I know. Yeah, that's right, man. I'm gonna get 200
Right.
gigabytes of art. Oh,
Yes. Go check this shit out just for fun.
that's really neat.
Okay, but I'm going to end on a weird note because I want to talk about Disco Elysium.
Okay.
Uh, thank you for choosing this photo in
Yes.
particular of our hero face down drunk. Um, this game is so near and dear to my heart, and it's going through some stuff right now.
Uh-oh.
So it's bizarre. So the studio that makes it is ZA/UM, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I always say Zaum, so that's how I'm
Okay.
gonna call it for this story.
Zaum.
Zaum.
Okay.
So Disco Elysium's lead game designer, his name is Robert Kurvitz. He is suing Studio Zaum.
Okay.
The makers of Disco Elysium, including the creator of the idea, who's also the senior game designer and screenwriter, that's Rob Kurvitz.
Okay.
There's screenwriter Helen Hindepier.
Okay. Hind peers, I would say.
I'm not sure. These
Yeah,
are what Swedish names? I forget where they're from.
I think so.
Um, but anyway, so Helen, Robert, art director Alexander Rostov, and editor Martin Luigia. Those four folks left Zaum at the end of 2021.
Okay.
And it's been kind of a whole drama that I've been following in the background. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a whole thing, so I didn't want to cover it in Friday Roundup until I got more deets on it. But
Okay.
now we got the meat of it coming out. So
Uh-oh.
um Kurvitz, the main dude, he is thinking he might want to challenge the intellectual property rights to Disco Elysium that Zaum still holds.
Okay.
So the whole thing about it is that Disco Elysium has been like a creative project of these people since the guy was like 15 years old. It's been living in his head.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
He's been creating this world. And I mean, that's a long time to have a game just rattling around in your brain. And so he got
Yeah.
Alma Studios. They made the game. Um, and I mean, so it's primarily like a world building thing that
Yeah.
he had going on before the game was realized. Like he had the world in his head, he had the exploration of the political and philosophical ideas rattling around in there. Because this game largely is about, ironically, socialism and capitalism.
Okay.
And it's about like how they can't coexist and just the struggles of people under the thumb of both of those things. So
Okay.
Estonia, I think this game is from Estonia. But anyway,
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
so there's the team that has been working on this,
Okay.
they got fired. And
Okay. This
I'm
is
not
like an
really
award-winning
sure.
fucking game, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's
this
like
was a
Game of the
big
Year
fucking
shit.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
This game was
so there
huge.
was I don't know who all was involved in this, but there was, like, a whole embezzlement case thing involved.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this goes deep, like, there's a lot of research yet to be done on this. I kinda wanna dive in more and really figure out what the fuck happened at the genesis of this, but there's, like, stakeholders and investors that were tied up in embezzlement.
Okay.
One of the investors was accused of investment fraud. It's been a whole mess. So Zaum fired the creative team,
Okay.
and then they, like, hired a different creative team, and one of the positions that they were hiring on their website, it was, a lead for sales and a monetization strategist with focus on live services content,
Okay.
which is, like, basically what Overwatch 2 has done, like, live service. It's a live
Yeah.
service free-to-play game now. So how do we take this game about the crushing wheels of capitalism, make it a live
And
service game, and
capitalize it.
monetize it?
Okay.
So I think that's part of why the creative team was like, "No," and left. And
Yeah.
now and now they just have to, like, give up their idea that this guy's had since he was a little teenager, and it fucking sucks.
That sucks. I want him to get this back and just be like,
I
"No, you're not
know.
gonna ruin my idea. Like, you're not gonna ruin this
Yeah.
franchise with that shit."
And this game, I can't advertise it enough. It is beautiful and captivating and weird and poignant. Like, there's so many moments in this game that just stick in my heart, and it's different every time you play it because you can level up your character in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's very, like, open world RPG within a closed frame. It's it's one of the coolest games I've ever played in my whole damn life, and I can't recommend it enough. I
Okay.
really wanna see what more comes out of this whole
Yeah.
court settlement thing that's happening. So I'm gonna be doing some more research on, like, what the fuck happened with this game. But
Okay.
this is kind of how I feel right now, so I'm glad you chose this photo.
So, what is this thing that they got going on with it?
Yeah, so this is all just the stuff that I was reading from about this
Okay.
is a post from Reddit of someone basically, like, detailing all the shit that's been happening at the studio.
My favorite part is a lot of speculation.
Lot of speculation. Yeah. That's why I said, like, this needs more research. So I'm gonna be digging into it. I'll bring you guys the good news once I have it. But this is definitely,
I
like, a
hate
whole
this, man.
I know, it's a whole dumpster fire, and it's happening right now.
I don't like that.
No.
That makes me upset, dude.
Tough note to end it on, but
For
that is
real.
what's going on.
Well, I guess with that, that is it. That's it for movies and games.
Yes.
Hopefully you found something good. We will have tons of movie news, tons of game news as the year starts to conclude, because you know that shit's gonna ramp up pretty soon. You got the
Holiday
holiday stuff coming.
season.
Exactly. And we will be here to cover it. Big time. So with that, I guess we'll check you guys next week.
See you then.
Later, guys.